Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Fun Time Learning. Today we'll be learning part 4 of our 4th unit, Work is Worship. So let's begin our class with the activity which we were doing in our previous class. Green car, expensive, red car. So this is what we had to do. We had to compare these green car and red car. How did we do that? The green car is as expensive as a red car. Green car, red car and atrayum vila ulladana. So here are the answers of the questions. The green car is as expensive as the red car. George is as hungry as a wolf. George oru chennayude atrayum vishappullavananu. A housewife is as busy as a bee. Oru kudumbiniyayittulla oru stree avar oru തേനീച്ചയുടെ അത്ര ബിസിയാണ്. The man is as fat as a hippo, as the hippo. ഹിപ്പോപ്പൊട്ടാമസിൻ്റെ അത്രയും തടിയനാണ് അയാൾ. The winner is as proud as a peacock. ഒരു മയിലിൻ്റെ അത്ര അഭിമാനമുള്ളവനാണ് ആ ജേതാവ്. A gas lamp is not as bright as a modern lamp. ഇത് വ്യത്യാസം എന്താണെന്ന് ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക. ഒരു ഗ്യാസ് ലാമ്പ് പുതിയ ഇപ്പോൾ കാണുന്ന തരത്തിലുള്ള ഒരു ബൾബിൻ്റെ അത്രയും പ്രകാശമുള്ളത് അല്ല. The countryside is not as dry as a desert. ഒരു ഡെസേർട്ടിൻ്റെ പോലെ ഒരു ഡ്രൈ അല്ല, ഉണങ്ങിപ്പിടിച്ചത് വരേണ്ടതല്ല ഒരു ഗ്രാമപ്രദേശം. The boy is not as brave as a lion. ഒരു സിംഹത്തിൻ്റെ അത്രയും ബ്രേവ് അല്ല, ധീരനല്ല ഒരു ആൺകുട്ടി എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. So this was the homework and today we will be learning a new lesson, new part of our unit called Clever Carla. Can you say this after me? Clever Carla. In the city of Palermo, Italy, there lived a poor farmer and his young daughter, Carla. The farmer worked hard to cultivate fine grains and fresh vegetables, which he sold at a nearby market. Carla helped her father by watering the plants and collecting the grains. This part of our unit is in the form of a play. ഒരു നാടകത്തിൻ്റെ രൂപത്തിലാണ് നൽകിയിട്ടുള്ളത്. So let's go to scene 1. One day, the farmer loaded his wagon with grains and hitched up his only horse. ഈ രംഗം അതിൻ്റെ മലയാളം താഴെ നൽകിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഏകദേശ ട്രാൻസ്ലേഷനാണ്, ഏകദേശ മൊഴിമാറ്റമാണിത്. പൂർണ്ണമായും വാക്കുകൾ പദാനുപദ തർജ്ജമയല്ല. Farmer, wish me luck, Carla. I am going to the market and hope to return before dark with my pocket filled with money. മാർക്കറ്റിലേക്ക് പോകുന്നു, വൈകുന്നേരം ആകുമ്പോഴേക്കും പോക്കറ്റ് നിറയെ പണമായിട്ട് തിരിച്ചു വരാമെന്ന് പറയുന്നു. Carla, she is replying, good luck, Papa. Do come back soon. I will have the rest of the grains collected by the time you come back. Scene 2. In the street. Merchant. Hey, wait, my good fellow. He picks up a handful of grains and admires them. I see you do fine work. Very fine indeed. He looks at the farmer with a sly grin. How much for everything? Farmer, 20 copper pieces for everything. Merchant, it's a deal. Here is the money. The merchant climbs on the wagon, seats himself next to the farmer. Now step down and be on your way. വണ്ടിയിൽ കയറിയിരിക്കുന്നു മെർച്ചൻ്റ്. എന്നിട്ട് കാർലയുടെ അച്ഛനോട് ഇറങ്ങിപ്പോകാൻ പറയുകയാണ്. Farmer, what is this? Merchant, come now, my dear fellow. Let's not argue. You did agree to sell me everything, didn't you? Farmer, well, yes, but... Merchant, I take you at your word. Everything includes your wagon and your horse. After all, a deal is a deal. If you don't agree with me, we will go before the judge. There is one just down the street. എല്ലാം വിൽക്കുകയാണെന്ന് ഫാർമർ കാർലയുടെ അച്ഛൻ പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ മർച്ചൻ്റ് വിചാരിച്ചത്, മർച്ചൻ്റ് അത് ബോധപൂർവം ചെയ്തതാണ്, കുതിരവണ്ടിയും കൂടെയാണെന്നാണ് അയാൾ പറയുന്നത്. തർക്കം പരിഹരിക്കാൻ ഒരു ജഡ്ജിൻ്റെ അടുത്തേക്ക് പോവുകയാണ്. Scene 3. In the court. Judge, Did you agree to sell everything? Farmer. Well, yes, but Judge, then a deal is a deal, and you must do as you agreed. The farmer walks back home with the cruel merchant's laugh ringing in his ears. When he gets home, he explains everything to Carla just as it happened. Carla, what a greedy old man. But don't worry, Papa, I have an idea. Early the next day, Carla selected a basket full of the best ripe watermelons that the farmer had ever made. ഏറ്റവും നല്ല വാട്ടർമെലൺസ് എടുക്കുന്നു കാർല തയ്യാറാവുന്നത്. Carla, let me try my luck at selling these. ഞാനിത് വിൽക്കാൻ പോവുകയാണെന്ന് പറയുന്നു. Scene 4. In the street. Merchant. Young lady, you look tired. Perhaps I can help you. Carla, that would be very nice indeed. She holds out a pair of watermelons. Merchant. How much for everything? നേരത്തെ പറ്റിക്കാൻ ശ്രമിച്ചതുപോലെ പറ്റിക്കാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുകയാണ്. He grins slyly, thinking he can make another good deal for himself. Carla, how much will you give me? The merchant takes 3 copper coins in his hand. Merchant. These are difficult times, lady. This is all I can offer. Carla. Everything in your hand? Merchant. Yes, certainly. നിന്റെ കയ്യിലുള്ള എല്ലാം തരുമോ എന്ന് ചോദിക്കുകയാണ്. Carla, then it's a deal. She holds out her hand for payment. The merchant grins slyly and slides the coins into her hands. Carla, oh thank you. And I see that you have 3 lovely rings. കയ്യിൽ മോതിരങ്ങളുള്ളതായിട്ട് കാണുന്നു. I will have them as well. Thank you. They are very colorful. Merchant. What? You must be crazy. Carla, but you had agreed to give me everything in your hand, didn't you? And remember, a deal is a deal. Just the way you had a deal with my father the other day. Merchant. Oh no. Reluctantly, he removes the rings and gives them to Carla. He wipes his tears. She sees his tears and returns the rings. Carla, I can't cheat anybody as you did. My father taught me not to harm anybody. Take your rings back. Carla rings തിരിച്ചു കൊടുക്കുകയാണ്. The merchant looks at Carla in wonder. Robert Scodellaro was born in New York. അദ്ദേഹം ന്യൂയോർക്കിലാണ് ജനിച്ചത്. അതിൻ്റെ മറ്റു വിശദാംശങ്ങൾ ഇവിടെ നൽകിയിട്ടുണ്ട്, വായിക്കുക. So here is activity 1. All you need to do here is to give numbers to it. Before me going to the answer, me explaining to you the answer, pause this video now and try to guess which event, which picture comes first. I will start with number 1 there. So what is the event 1 here? The father of Carla's father, the farmer, hitches his wagon to the horse and prepare to go to the marketലേക്ക് പോകാൻ തയ്യാറാകുന്നു. അതിനുശേഷം ഏതാണ് വീഡിയോ പോസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുക, എന്നിട്ട് ഏതാണ് എന്നുള്ള ക്രമത്തിൽ നിങ്ങൾ പറയുക. അതിനുശേഷം മാത്രമേ ഇതിൻ്റെ ശരിയായിട്ടുള്ള ഉത്തരത്തിലേക്ക് നിങ്ങൾ കടക്കാവൂ. ഓക്കെ, നിങ്ങൾ റെഡിയാണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് ഉത്തരങ്ങൾ നോക്കാം. This is 2. Here the farmer makes a deal with the merchant. And 3, what is this? The merchant climbs on his wagon and takes it away. 4, it's clear that the farmer is in agony, he is very sad. 5, the farmer tells Carla everything. This is 6, Carla makes a deal with the merchant. 7, Carla tries to take the rings of the merchant. And finally, the merchant had to give away his ring to Carla. 9, Carla forgives the merchant and gives his rings back. Carla ആ merchantനോട് ക്ഷമിക്കുന്നു, അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ rings തിരിച്ചു കൊടുക്കുന്നു എന്നുള്ളതാണ് events. And here, write the events in the right order into the space given below. ഇത് ശരിയായിട്ടുള്ള ഓർഡറിൽ events വിശദീകരിച്ച് എഴുതണം എന്നുള്ളതാണ് നമ്മുടെ ചുമതല. ഒന്നാമത്തേതിൻ്റെ the farmer loaded his wagon with grains. The farmer makes a deal with the merchant. The merchant cheats the farmer and takes away his wagon. The farmer loses his hopes and returns home. The farmer tells everything to his daughter Carla. Carla takes some watermelons to the market. Carla makes a deal with the merchant. Carla makes. Here I have made a mistake, please correct it. The merchant loses his rings and money to Carla. Carla forgives the merchant and gives his things back. So that's it. And finally we can go to this activity. It's a small poem, 4 lines of a poem. കവിതയുടെ ചില വരികളാണ്. When the sun rises, I go to work. സൂര്യൻ ഉദിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഞാൻ ജോലിക്ക് പോകുന്നു. When the sun goes down, I take rest. സൂര്യൻ അസ്തമിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഞാൻ വിശ്രമിക്കുന്നു. I dig the well from which I drink. ഞാൻ കുടിക്കുന്ന കിണർ ഞാൻ തന്നെയാണ് കുഴിക്കുന്നത്. I farm the soil which yields my food. ഞാൻ തന്നെയാണ് എനിക്ക് ഭക്ഷണം വിളവ് തരുന്ന മണ്ണിൽ കൃഷി ചെയ്യുന്നത്. So here we have to write, do you know any farmer in your locality? നിങ്ങളുടെ പ്രദേശത്തെ ഫാർമറിനെ അറിയാമോ? So we have to collect his details, the crops they cultivate, the product, the way they sell it, etc. And here I'm going to show you something. This will help you to write a description. We know from the chapter of Raja, from the unit of Raja, we learned how to write a description based on the clues given. And another activity was there in our previous unit to write a speech from some clues. So here also I'm going to do the same. I'm going to give you some very simple clues based on which you can write a description. So let's begin with his name. It will be formed in the form of a sentence like this. There is a farmer in our village whose name is dash. If it is Ramu, please write his name as Ramu and try to make complete sentences. Awards he has won. അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് കിട്ടിയ അവാർഡുകളെ പറ്റി ചോദിച്ചറിയണം. Manures he uses. അദ്ദേഹം ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്ന വളങ്ങളെ പറ്റി അറിയണം. Methods he uses. കൃഷി രീതികൾ. Crops he cultivates. What all crops? Is it paddy? Is it rubber or is it vegetables or anything else? Methods of irrigation. There are very different kinds of irrigation methods available. Drip irrigation is there, normal irrigation is there, etc. Methods of irrigation. His address. Plowing using power tillers. Some tractors are there which they use for plowing their field. ഉഴുതു മറിക്കാനായിട്ട് power tiller ഉപയോഗിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ചെയ്യാം. Plowing using tractor. Ways of farming, whether he uses machines or laborers for reaping. കൊയ്യാനായിട്ട് യന്ത്രമാണ് ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത്, ആളുകളെ ഉപയോഗിക്കുകയാണോ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Market where he sell the crops. So these are the details you have to collect it. Not only you have to collect these details, you also have to write it in the form of a description. That is all for today's class. Stay safe, and if you have any doubts regarding any of the parts which we learned today, please feel free to call the given number. Thank you for watching.